So last night I watched Tubi, the new Tubi horror movie Hive, starring Xochitl Gomez, and here are my thoughts. And preface this, I'm not a horror guy, so I don't know a lot about horror. I'm a tourist here. Please go easy on my opinions. Also, I will be spoiling some things. I'll try to avoid the major ones, but you can't avoid every spoiler when discussing this. But I'm going to give my overall opinion, and that is, it was competent. It was fine. And I wanted it to be better, and I think it could have been. Firstly, that's good here. Like Xochitl Gomez as the leading lady, nailed it, did a great job. I think if a weaker actress had been in the slasher role, which is the main character, it wouldn't have worked as well as it did. Also, the brother character Marco, well portrayed. You really get that brotherly sister vibe, and he becomes the main character for a bit, and I did not mind. Which that could also be seen as an indictment of Sasha as a character, but I don't think it is. I think they're on equal level. Also, the child acting was surprisingly good. I literally found myself asking out loud at one point, how many takes did it take to get that right? It was early on, during the first third, which is the best part. And the cinematography was great, a lot of wonders. I like wonders. I think it grounds you in a scene. Because I think if you cut too much, just like, where am I? Where am I? But here, it's great. You get to just be in the scene, which I think is something a lot of films nowadays don't let you be because there's like so many cuts and it's bleh. But it's no Daredevil hallway scene. I'm not going to say that. It's not that. That is the king of all wonders. But the weak point, and I think this is what makes me not. I can't say it's a good film. I can say it's a fine film, and that's because the villain sucks, and that's because there isn't really one. Yeah, sure, the villain is technically Hive, this thing underneath this lovely little street thing. It's not lovely, it's all classist, but that's like a major plot point in the film. We'll get to that again later. Wait, what? Explain later. Anyway, uh, Hive just sucks because I don't know what Hive wanted. My best guess is that Hive wanted people to act as like proteins in its body to break stuff down, but I don't even know. I don't know if that's just me misreading the film because I don't. There's no one scene when Hive just possesses someone and just goes what it wants. It's just like I need the proteins. This has just been coming up with stuff on the spot. And the thing is, it reminds me of everyone from Doctor Who. The Great Intelligence, who is not on this DVD cover because the Great Intelligence is it's the same as Hive. A it's a shapeless entity that possesses people and uses things to do its bidding, and that's the problem. When Hive possesses someone, it possesses people completely. It possesses like a group of them. There's no one It doesn't ever just possess one person, and I think that's what it needed to do. I think at one point it just needed to possess someone. That person just tells Sasha, intimidates her. Maybe you get like some brief scuffles or some stuff. And it's not like there's no characters from that do it. You don't even have to make a new character. There are three characters that could have done this. Saley, who was the girl that's being babysat here. I thought that's the direction they were going, but then no, she just kind of disappears throughout most of the film, and it's kind of like disappointing. And I forgot about her and her mother, who also could have been this conduit for the Hive. I just forgot about them throughout most of the film, and I'm going to be frank here. I watched this film in two sittings, but they're on the same day, and I stopped watching right after the scene where Sasha stabs Zaylee with scissors, or was it slashes? Does attack Zaylee with scissors. So, and they're still in the movie for like a few minutes afterwards. So it's not even like I stopped watching after they left the movie and then came back to it later. I watched them in the film, and I still forgot about them. Which like it wasn't until the ending when they come back to provide an obstacle for Sasha. I go, oh yeah, you're in the film, aren't you? And it's just like I shouldn't forget that they're in the film. But yeah. Also, the puppet. There's this puppet in like the Hive stomach, which you think is going to be play a bigger role, and it's a great concept, great look, and they're on the chains and like a swing, and it fits perfectly. This fits the film perfectly because the whole film's about like the terror playgrounds. But the thing is, the puppet doesn't do much. Sasha just shows some kindness to it, and then later the victim comes out. It's the first victim too, so that'd be a great way to just hyper-possesses it and tell Sasha what it wants. But as it stands, Hive is a weak villain, and without that villain, not a great villain, the rest of it just kind of goes to naught, doesn't it? the thing is, this film needed one more rewrite, one more look at this, one more look at the script, and I think this film could have been something I'd tell you you have to check out. As it stands, the best. How do I suggest this film? Are you new to horror? I guess it's a decent starting point. It's an hour and a half long exactly. It's 90 minutes to the 90 minutes exactly. So if Tubi's on your telly and you've got like an hour or two to kill, this is not the worst way to do it. There are better ways to kill an hour or two, but Hive is not the worst way you could spend that time. But like again, I can't dismiss the film entirely because the film has something important to say. It has stories of classism because I'm pretty sure most of the victims were minorities, and they were the servants to all these rich white people. I think most of them were rich white people anyway. So yeah, those they were the servants to the rich people. It's got about classism, and I love classism as a theme. My favorite play is Inspector Calls, which classism is the main theme of that. I was in a good place to like this movie. Hell, I was in a good place to love this movie. It has an actress I really like in Azochi Gomez. It has a theme I really like exploring and seeing rich people getting taken down a peg or two. And it had a great concept, but the villain failed this movie. Cinematography doesn't mean anything if we're fighting an invisible force, and unlike an invisible man, this hasn't got a fun personality. It's just bland. But yeah, that's my overall thoughts on the film. It left me wanting more, and typically I mean that as a compliment. Morty vs. Madness left me wanting more of America Chavez because I quite like the character. I like the comics more. I hope she evolves into that character in the MCU. But Hive left me wanting more because it underdelivered. If this ever does get a sequel, which I don't know, which it probably won't do, given the fact it's middle from the reviews, Hive needs a conduit. But that's just my thoughts. Whatever your thoughts on the film, share below. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Goodbye.